Welcome to English with Steve.
Hey there, English learners. Welcome back to English with Steve, your go-to English podcast for learning English and improving your life. I'm Jerry.
And I'm Steve.
Let me ask you, have you ever been in the middle of a conversation and suddenly your brain has something to say, but your mouth just doesn't deliver? We've all been there.
Oh, definitely. It's like your brain is running a marathon and your mouth is still tying its shoes. That's why today's episode is all about speed, but the kind that makes you sound sharp, not scrambled, right?
And today, we're diving into something super practical. How to speak and think faster. Because let's be honest, fluency isn't just about knowing the words. It's about being able to find them fast and speak them clearly in real time.
And the best part, this isn't about rushing or forcing it. It's about training your brain and your mouth to work together so you can express yourself clearly and quickly without feeling stuck.
Yes. And today we're going to break it all down. You'll learn how to train your speech muscles, boost your mental clarity, and pick up some cool techniques that actually work, whether you're a beginner or intermediate learner.
And if you'd like a little support along the way, go watch our previous videos to make the most of your time on our channel.
And as always, stick around till the end. Emily will be joining us for the vocabulary breakdown where she'll walk you through some of today's trickier words and expressions.
Alright, so here's how we're breaking it down. First, we'll share some methods that will help you speak faster. These are practical, fun, and super effective for training your mouth to keep up with your thoughts.
And once we've warmed up your speaking muscles, we'll move on to the brain. Yep. We're also diving into powerful techniques that help you think faster so you can respond naturally and confidently in any situation.
But first, let's get your mouth moving. We're kicking things off with a fun and surprisingly effective trick to help you speak faster. It might sound a little silly at first, but trust us, it works like magic.
Alright, let's talk mechanics. Think of your mouth like a muscle. If you want to run faster, you train your legs. If you want to speak faster, you train your lips, tongue, and vocal muscles. And the best workout for that, tongue twisters.
Yep. The ones that made you laugh in school. Those silly sentences actually help your mouth move more efficiently. Right. Try this. Pick a tongue twister. Something like, she sells seashells by the seashore. Say it slowly 5 times, then again, but a little faster, then faster. Do this with a few different ones.
And you're literally training your mouth to move at speed with clarity. It's kind of like dancing. Your mouth learns the rhythm, and the more it learns, the less you trip over words. Plus, it's a great warm-up before meetings, interviews, or presentations.
I actually used to do this before interviews. It was a quick, fun way to wake up my voice and build momentum. And over time, it really boosted my confidence too.
Here's a tip. Practice tongue twisters with tricky English sounds like the sh and raw. It sharpens both your speed and your pronunciation.
So, next time you're gearing up to speak, whether it's for English class, a podcast, or just chatting with a friend, squeeze in a tongue twister. It's playful, powerful, and way more helpful than it looks.
Now, once your mouth is warmed up, the next step is knowing how fast you're actually speaking. Because if you don't measure it, how will you improve it?
True. Most people either guess they're slow or feel awkward when they speed up. But there's a super fun way to check your pace and make it into a mini challenge.
Here's how I did it. I grabbed a short 300-word story, set a 1-minute timer, and started reading out loud. When the timer beeped, I counted how many words I got through. That gave me my real speaking speed.
Love that. And the cool part is you're not competing with anyone but yourself. If you read 110 words this time, aim for 120 next time. It becomes a personal game of progress.
Totally. It's like watching your score go up without needing fancy apps or tools. Just a timer, a story, and a little curiosity.
And for our English learners out there, this is a great way to work on fluency without the pressure. Don't worry if your pronunciation isn't perfect. Focus on flow and clarity first.
Yep. Think of it as building verbal momentum. And here's a tip. Use stories or topics you enjoy so your brain stays engaged. Speed improves naturally when you're having fun.
Okay. Now, let's talk about something most people overlook. Breath control. Believe it or not, one of the biggest reasons people slow down or lose clarity is because they're running out of air too fast.
So true. When you're speaking, your breath is like fuel. If you burn through it too quickly, your words get rushed, your voice gets tired, and by the end of a sentence, you're gasping like you just ran a race.
I used to do that all the time. Start strong, then end the sentence sounding like a deflated balloon. The trick is to train your breath just like a singer or public speaker would.
Exactly. Here's a simple exercise. Take a deep breath and make an S sound like a snake. Stretch it as long as you can. This trains you to control how much air you're releasing.
Another great one. Try counting aloud on a single breath. 1, 2, 3, and so on. But give each number equal breath and energy. No fading out at the end.
Once you master your breath, your voice becomes stronger, clearer, and faster. You're not just talking. You're delivering your message like a pro.
It sounds small, but breath control is a game changer. It gives your speech rhythm, confidence, and staying power, even when you're nervous.
So, if you've ever felt winded after just one sentence, this is your sign. Train your breath and your voice will thank you.
All right. So, we've trained the mouth. Now, it's time to train the mind. Because let's be honest, even if your speech is fast, if your thoughts are stuck in traffic, it won't help. So, let's dive into how to speed up your thinking without the stress.
Let's start with something that changed everything for me. Don't just memorize, understand. When I was learning new vocabulary, I used to write down 100 words at once. I could recite them, sure, but ask me to use them in a real conversation. Gone. Like they never existed.
Oh, been there. It's like filling your phone with apps you never open. They're there, but not helpful when you need them.
What made the difference for me was understanding how the word actually worked in real life. Right? When you know how and why a word is used, it sticks. You don't have to dig for it. It just pops up when you need it.
So instead of learning 100 random words this week, choose 10 and use each in your own sentence. Say it, write it, connect it to a memory. That's how you own it, not just know it.
Okay, so once you've built that solid understanding, now it's time to speed things up. I call this mental sprint training. It's like giving your brain a quick workout to think on its feet.
Oh, I love that term, mental sprints. Like when you set a timer and challenge yourself to speak non-stop about a random topic for 1 minute. No pausing, no perfect grammar. Just go. It feels chaotic at first, but your brain starts catching up fast.
Exactly. I used to do this thing where I'd look around the room, pick any object, and describe it out loud as quickly as I could just to train that quick thinking muscle. It made a huge difference in my fluency and confidence.
Here's another fun one. Take a random English question like, what's your favorite food and why, and answer it immediately without pausing to plan. The more you do that, the faster your brain gets at grabbing the words you already know.
It's like interval training for your thoughts. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to practice showing up under pressure. And over time, you'll notice that your brain responds faster, even in real conversations.
Alright, here's something most people never think about when it comes to thinking faster. Your brain can't go full speed when it's stressed out. It's like trying to run while holding your breath.
Yes. I remember before presentations, I'd rehearse like crazy and then freeze the moment someone asked a question. Not because I didn't know the answer, but because anxiety jammed the signal.
Exactly. That's why one of the best tools for clearer, quicker thinking is actually calming your nervous system. And my go-to? Box breathing. In for 4 seconds, hold for 4, out for 4, hold again for 4. Just a few cycles and suddenly your brain feels like it has room to move.
And here's another trick I swear by. Laugh at your slip-ups. Like literally laugh. If you freeze, say something silly like, "Oops, brain buffering." It lightens the mood and gives you permission to keep going.
Oh, I do that all the time. It reminds you you're allowed to mess up. That doesn't mean your brain is broken. And when you stop fearing mistakes, your thoughts start showing up quicker because they're not fighting through panic.
And maybe the most powerful mindset shift: don't treat conversations like performances. Treat them like practice. No one expects you to be perfect, but every conversation is an opportunity to get better.
So true. When I stopped thinking, I have to sound smart and started thinking, let's just connect, my brain relaxed and my answers came quicker, smoother, and way more naturally.
And speaking of sounding natural, if you've been wondering about some of the words and phrases we use today, don't worry.
Yep, Emily's got you covered. She's about to break down the vocabulary from this episode so you can not only understand it, but start using it like a pro. Emily, over to you.
Hey, it's Emily. Great work sticking with us today. Now, let's break down some of the trickier words and phrases from this episode so you can speak and think faster with confidence and clarity. Ready? Let's go. Fluency, meaning the ability to speak a language easily and accurately. Example, after living in Spain for a year, she finally reached fluency in Spanish. Clarity, meaning the quality of being clear and easy to understand. Example, the teacher explained the topic with such clarity that everyone understood immediately. Momentum, meaning the energy or force that keeps something moving forward. Example, once I started cleaning, I built momentum and finished the whole house. Scrambled, meaning messy or disorganized. In speaking, it means unclear. Example, I tried to explain my idea, but my words came out all scrambled. Mechanics, meaning the parts or steps that make something work. Example, once you understand the mechanics of writing an essay, it becomes much easier. Efficiently, meaning in a way that saves time or effort. Example, she organized her tasks efficiently and finished everything early. Verbal, meaning related to words or speaking. Example, his strong verbal skills helped him give a great presentation. Gear up, meaning to get ready or prepare for something. Example, athletes gear up before a big game by stretching and warming up. Pace, meaning the speed at which something is done. Example, he ran at a steady pace for the entire marathon. Winded, meaning out of breath. Example, I got winded just from running up the stairs. Deflated, meaning feeling low energy or disappointed like a balloon losing air. Example, after hearing the bad news, she looked completely deflated. Buffering, meaning a pause in thought or speech like a video loading. Example, when he forgot his words mid-sentence, he laughed and said, "Sorry, I'm buffering." Mindset, meaning your way of thinking. Example, with a positive mindset, challenges feel like opportunities. Slip up, meaning a small mistake or error. Example, she called him by the wrong name. A small slip-up during the speech. Overlook, meaning to fail to notice something important. Example, don't overlook the small details. They can make a big difference. That's it for today's vocabulary boost. Pick 3 or 4 of these. Try using them in your own sentence tonight. And hey, don't worry about slip-ups. That's part of the process. See you in the next one.
Thanks, Emily. That was brilliant as always.
And to everyone listening, remember, you don't need to be fast from day one. You just need to be a little faster than yesterday.
Keep training your brain, keep training your mouth, and most importantly, keep showing up.
We'll see you in the next episode of The English with Steve. Until then, take the leap and keep learning. Bye for now.